till Saturday 27th May 2016.
She said, Adi, you no reach home yet. If you're not dead, then my
Parliament, several bills will be introduced when the 7th meeting of the first session of the 9th Parliament convenes this morning. Finance Minister and Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit will introduce a bill that will provide an arrangement or legal framework to aid in the resolution of the insolvency of British American Insurance Company and Colonial Insurance Company, CLICO. With me on the line is the opposition leader, Mr. Lennox. Lennox, tell me, are there any concerns as you get into Parliament this morning?
We go to Parliament now. It begins at 10 o'clock. So the government has some matters to put before the Parliament, or they have put before the Parliament. The other paper was sent to us some time ago. It seems that what we go to Parliament to do is the business of the government, and we have very limited opportunity, if any opportunity at all, to put any matters forward for the consideration of Parliament. I myself had tried to put a motion of no confidence in the leadership of the Prime Minister on the other paper, been trying since back in May to do that. The Speaker has blocked 2 attempts to get it in on the other paper.
What is the Speaker's excuse?
Well, the usual thing. She said motion was out of order. Should this and that offended this segment, that segment. When we look at the segments, we cannot find where there's any violation or contravention of any of these segments. But the Speaker is the sole judge of these matters. And the Speaker, I guess, has the status of God in our lives where these things are concerned, so she continues to play God. And hopefully it will come to an end one day, Matt, and we will have a Parliament in which there's fairness and there's justice, where the standards of debate.
Are you broken by the Speaker, Lennox? I mean,
am I what?
Are you broken? Are you really, disappointed or fed up of what is going on in Parliament?
Matt, it's gone on for too long. I mean, this is 16 years of one story over and over and over again of harassment, intimidation, obstruction of the opposition. And I don't know who else is tired. I don't know, maybe they even members of the government side who are fed up of seeing this, who would like to see greater fairness, greater justice, greater impartiality in the way the Speaker carries out a function. But the people of Dominica have decided that a number of their citizens should sit on the opposition benches and be able to contribute to what's going on in the Parliament from there. And in the context of that responsibility, we're doing our very best.
And you think a motion of no confidence is necessary at this point?
Well, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, as far as the Speaker is concerned, she doesn't want to hear about it. Okay. So,
Any surprises to that?
That is not before the Parliament this morning. So what we have before the Parliament is plan of arrangement, BICO-CLICO Act. There is an amendment, a couple of amendments being proposed for the Proceeds of Crime Act. There are a couple of amendments being proposed for the Money Laundering Prevention Act number 8 of 2011. So when we hear from the movers of those or the presenters of those bills, we will respond as best we can to the extent that we're allowed to respond, because you know how harassed we are and harangued we are in the Parliament. We always, when we speak in truth to power, we always get accused of imputing improper motives, but the other side can run riot talking about who they want in whatever way they want, whether they're in Parliament or they're not in Parliament. They can say and do as they please with anybody at all, whether those are members of parliament with immunity and protection of privilege, or whether they're outside the parliament and are able to defend themselves. The government side of parliament can do what it wants. It can savage whoever it wants, right under the nose of the speaker. And when it comes to us, we have to be walking on eggshells, lest we be accused of this and that, and it will be asked to sit down as though we are in her house at Trafalgar, as opposed to the Parliament of Dominica. We hope and pray, Matt, that it will come to an end one day, even if not in my time, but in some other time, when the people of Dominica can know once again what a real parliament is all about, and what it is to stand in the honorable house of Dominica and do the business of Dominica faithfully and well and honorably to the best of one's ability, which is why we are called honorable in the parliament.
Mr. Lennox Linton, a quick question to you there. Many expect a motion to be moved by the government. It may not come as a surprise. To suspend Mr. Joshua Francis in light of everything that's going on, because you've heard that they're looking for a by-election in the Roseau South constituency. Any response to that?
Response in terms of?
In terms, do you expect that, or if it comes, would you be surprised?
No, the order paper tells us what we should expect in the parliament, and there's no indication of any such action that the government intends to take. If it does it, it would have done it outside of the old paper, and it would have done it without notice. And I don't have a crystal ball in front of me to know what is going to happen or to see what is going to happen. I heard the Prime Minister calling on Mr. Francis to resign, and I heard that, like everybody else. As to what they will do today, I do not know, Matt. And frankly, I have stopped caring about what the government wants to do. I'm more concerned about what the people of Dominica are interested in and where they want to go with their lives and the development of their country.
Mr. Lennox Linton, again, thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, thank you. All right, somebody says, Matt, can you please play me the song? I need to hear this morning, at least for a few minutes. Hey, Peter, I heard you calling my name on the other side, my brother.
It's me again, man, and it's speaker I fix it.
I hope you answer the people's question, Peter.
You hear me? DJ Zero. Boy, I want you. This is the last time I fix in that speaker for you. Too much feedback in the party. Something turning the people up. And it's not even your own doing. As such, it's not the people, it's not the house, it's the vibes
Good morning, Kashmar.
from that speaker.
From Mon Ratchet, good morning to your mom. Birthday greetings to your mom this morning from her children and grandchildren and the entire family.
Was in that same speaker, it is a fact. They say that old speaker is have a crack. That beer speaker, rock attack. Look, people walking out, people staying out. Throw that speaker out, make it hush it mouth. Listen to the song they singing. The word speaker, the word speaker, the word speaker ever in this house. Hey, hey, hey. 2011, you don't
My deepest sympathies to the family, the Jura family.
That same speaker, it is a fact. That old speaker, it have a crack.
From River Sirik, Monjan area there. Salsa Teresa Jura.
People staying
I
up.
was told past. A big fan of Matt in the morning.
Hush it mouth. Listen to the song they singing. The word speaker. The word speaker. The word speaker.
My brother Plummer and your sisters and brothers, my deepest sympathies.
Who you really think you're talking to?
And the entire family. Peter, I challenge you to play that song. Hello, talk to me.
Matt, how are you now?
How you doing, brother?
Good. Matt, I'm not sure as to whether Peter has joined the old speaker now. Now that he's on the other side, I guess.
But I just told him I challenge him to play that song.
You know, as a supplementary question today in Parliament, I am not sure as to whether the opposition will be able to ask, as a supplementary question, what is the reason for Mr. Denzel Douglas being in Dominica with Chinese?
I don't know if they'll be allowed to ask any questions today, though. I don't know. But we will find out. And your question is?
Yes. What is the purpose of Mr. Denzel Douglas visiting Dominica with Chinese?
All right. Thank you very much. 8:46 is the morning time. Lennox, somebody just said you're speaking in vague language. You filed a motion of no confidence. And what was the speaker's response? Well, she did not allow it. Or the usual really dread. Give us the facts so the media can question Alex Boyd Knight on her position. Is that a question coming from the media? Thank you very much. 449-3095, 449-3096, and 449-3097. Somebody on the telephone, let's take a phone call. 449-3095. 96. I think the person left right now. We're going to come back. We're going to come back right after this. Hello, talk to me.
Matt, good morning.
Yes.
Matt, that last query there, when was the last time you ever heard the media ask any kind of tough question to anybody, including Roosevelt Skerritt and Alex Boyd Knight? That is ridiculous.
No, but Lennox was just explaining to me off air that he gave a full explanation. You know, the exchanges between himself and the speaker and that of the matter of the vote of no confidence. He's surprised that somebody's asking the question this morning. Hello. Hello. 449-3095.
Good morning.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Lennox Linton gave the full explanation on the other program with Angelo, I think, or with
And I think it was the Workers' Voice, was it?
I heard it.
Okay. All right.
And I will ask what's his name, Prosper, to respond and play that song.
What song you ask him to play?
The speaker song, and he has a question he has to answer. He has not answered it.
All right. Thank you very much. 449-3095-96 and 97. This is Q95 Radio. We coming back after this.
Have no fear? Yay! Summer is here. Let BF Inc. bring fun and cheer.
The youth series, great for you and all the friends of your crew.
There is so much you can do.
Sports and arts, and dance the day long. Public speaking, maths, learn to write a song.
So come along and bring a friend. BF Inc. giving you empowerment and more.
July 25th to 30th, 2016. Convent High School. Registration only $125. Registration only $125.
Celebrate with Digicel and win! Be part of our 10th anniversary giveaway for a chance to win up to $10,000 cash. To qualify, talk for 10 minutes on any call. Text 10 to 7171 or sign up for a new mobile, broadband, or TV plan. Plus many other great prizes to be won daily. Talk, text, or sign up with Digicel today for your chance to win up to $10,000 cash in our 10th anniversary giveaway. Thank you, Dominica, for your support. Be extraordinary with Digicel.
Dominica, get ready for Caribbean Hype. Caribbean Hype 246. 4 flags represented, but it's all about one beer. July 16th, 2016. Newtown, Savannah from 5 p.m. till Caribbean Hype 246. On the lineup, Dominica's #1 booyah band, Triple K Global. Triple K Global. Ecstasy Band. Music juggling by DJ Flip the Boss, DJ Slim out of Trinidad. International soca artist, Flippo.
Give me a little wine.
Flippo.
That's all I'm asking. Give me a little wine.
Flippo.
Tell me how.
And second star. Second star. DJ Triplin the Voice and Lord Hype out of Barbados. King Bubba. King Bubba.
This is King Bubba.
Out of Antigua, DJ Crown Prince. All backed up by Triple K Band. Admission $45 at the gate, $30 in advance with proof of purchase of 6 Caribbean, $35 without. VIP $130 all inclusive. Sponsored by Smirnoff Electric, Johnny Walker, Ciroc Vodka. Tickets available at Whitchurch main office in Roseau. Contact 255-1120 for more info. Saturday, July 16th, all roads lead to Newtown, Savannah for the Caribbean Hype. Drinking responsibly is what matters. This all powered by Get a Sound. Partners Flow, Fortune Hotel, Kyrie FM, Ardent Sound. Ready for Carib High, Carib High, Carib High. See you there.
Let's take a phone call there. Hello.
I say praises, thanks, blessings, and glory to all those with humanity. Mr. Pelty, blessings to your family, sir.
To you.
Let me say blessings to the honorable leader of the opposition, Mr. Linton. Matt, anyway, yesterday, I don't know what manner of impersonation that was, but Peter had somebody calling and sounding like you.
No, it wasn't. It was me. I was trying to get an explanation.
I am just joking, Matt. I want...
You heard the question I asked him?
All Peter saying, when you see the send a money on your bank account, you will not be able to refuse with a big SUV, tinted glass and everything for your safety.
Well, I just want to know one... I just need him to answer one question. Was there a car involved? He hasn't answered.
Yesterday, boy, don't laughing. Anyway, Peter, blessings to you, my brother. Anyway, Matt, a woman said you're sounding much better on Kyrie, eh? you better think hard of that transition, eh?
I stayed there for how many years? I think that was enough.
Matt, blessedly again, the listening public, my love. Matt, it's very interesting. Did you listen to DBS News this morning, Matt?
No, I missed it.
Matt, there was a clipping of a farmer from Marigot. My God. DBS could not have detected that and give an apology and say, well, I hope I get for 1:30. I'm around a radio. 1:15. So I could listen to the DBS News to see if that can be fixed. Because that man of discussion, you heard nothing for over 4 minutes, Matt. A farmer from Marigot DBS interview. And I could not believe that, Matt. I mean, when they would, at least at the end of it all, say, well, our apologies because of the poor quality of that recording or whatever. It's very interesting. Matt, with the whole thing with the Speaker of the House, my brother Dominica, Matt, we are getting there. We are getting there. Tony Astofan's coming trying to intimidate Dominicans. But there's a religious figure, very, very influential person who came to visit me at the hospital when I came from Barbados. And we were there in a discussion, and he told me, oh, people calling for blood. I told him, a balloon does not call for air. It takes the person that is blowing into it to be discretionate. He told me about negative. Oh, we were negative on the radio. You don't even listen to the radio again. I tell him, look at the PVC on the wall. There's a positive and a negative charge. And look at that, the light is illuminating the bulb. So without one, the other is not getting anywhere. So uselessly try to divorce or disconnect or detach or separate them, Matt. It's all about the fusion, and it's all about the beauty of life.
You said that beautifully, Blessings. That was well said.
Yeah, yeah, thanks, Matt. The way things have to coexist, rather than Matt have a different opinion, I hate him. Can we be friends and you see something different from I do? And we are friends. We do not have to hate each other, or you go over there and I go there. And that's what Tony Astoff and Roosevelt Skerritt is trying, to divide and rule. And the people have to understand we are all citizens of Dominica. And politician come and politician goes. No, but Roosevelt Skerritt say you have to be there till when he die. 2050, he might be on a walking stick coming out there. He might be in a box coming out there. So Dominicans have to really come to the realization that, my future, my country, my children worth more than a politician, worth more than a party. And I've said that already, Matt, there is one life to live. We have heard it. But we think it's an individualistic life. And that life is eternal. That life is eternal. It just go back to the source. Not even going back. It is right there with the source when the word I'm looking for, when that vehicle that carried that life lay to rest, even within it, the maggots come up. So there is even life, but just for the breath that goes back to, or just take one thing. So life is eternal. Stop being afraid, Dominican. Stand up, please. And Matt, I don't want to sound too complicated, but I like talking, so hopefully people can think. I just want to say, Matt, that level of abuse has to come to an end. If what passes for Labour Party was doing the work of the people, Matt, you would have heard me lending support because it was me in terms of Rosie, in terms of Pierre Charles to a certain extent, to a less extent. But when I see the madness happen when they get rid, mark my words, when they get rid of Rosie and Pierre Charles to put their Wonder Boy there, whoever is responsible or was responsible, Matt, I see a different light and I say, no, I have to fight against that. So Dominicans have to see what has happened to Dominica. The brains and the skills of Dominica that has been extracted from Dominica go all over the region and the international world. So what that there is the wakai. Matt, you see when you send when you cast your net and you catch some nice fishes and all the little ones get stuck in the net and then you just shaking it and it falling on the beach, birds eating it, people taking it to feed to their dogs and all of that. It seems like that is what that is left in Dominica, Matt, the wakai, Matt, the empty shells. It seems like that is what is left in Dominica. That is what that is facilitating that level of brutality. When will it end, Matt? When will it end? And Dominicans really have to come to the realization, boss, we are not getting any better.
Go ahead. I'll ask you a question after.
Yeah, on a month and on a fortnight, anytime, weekend, Matt, the place is the city with the heart of the land is dead. What is happening in Dominica? The question, Matt, please.
Hello, yes. Did you hear that? This one.
The police need to do more to stop these threats to the nation and stop these threats to the public peace. I commend them for the preemptive physical presence in Marigot. I commend them for the way they handle the riots in Salisbury. But they have to start bringing these fellas in for questioning when they make these threats. These are criminal offenses. The government, the Prime Minister and the Attorney General need to look at the interception of communications legislation and bring it into law to give the police the authority to get orders from the court to monitor the telecommunications of these guys who are planning these threats and these acts of violence.
Did you listen?
I listened on Saturday night. Was it that time he made that comment, Matt?
I think it was last week, yes.
Last week, yes. I think I listened for about an hour and a half or more, Matt. I was listening. And I keep saying that, Matt, you can threaten the dead with life. You cannot threaten the living with death. And Anthony Astafans is an agitator. I love my brother. My brother, I love you, Angelo. I love you. I respect you. I learn a lot from you. Not calling this your program by listening to everything. Behave yourself. Sorry, Matt. But I have to keep asking that question, and I will insist on asking that question. Could it be an endorsement, the silence of the Astafan family to listen to Tony instigating, agitating, abusing, insulting, and disrespecting the citizens of Dominica? Now he finds his resident elsewhere, and he's staying out there and agitating and instigating. He's not even taking into consideration he have his family down there. That means Dominicans are so dumb, and they'll always remain that way, and they're non-violent, they're docile, and, they're just easily led, easily folded, easily managed. So guess what? He can find residents elsewhere, and I think it's for security reasons, Tony. You run away from Dominica is just because you have a good mind. You cannot stay in Dominica and do that and for you to be safe. So what you want is for us to shed each other's blood while you elsewhere safe. What about your family? What about other business? So Tony, my brother, I'm listening to that. But it could be the straw to break the camel back. Why not arrest Mr. Linton? Why not arrest people like maybe even the Joe Blow who think he was nobody and all of a sudden his angels lifting up so high. I feel I was in the heavens. Arrest Blessings, if his old foot. So maybe that could be the straw to break the camel back because something needs to be set ablaze, Matt. Blessings.
Blessings. Let's take more phone calls here. 9:03 in the morning. This is the Hot Set, Dominica's most talked about talk show. Let's listen again to Anthony Astafan.
This is Rosa Williams.
Right.
The police need to do more to stop these threats to the nation and stop these threats to the public peace. I commend them for the preemptive physical presence in Marigot. I commend them for the way they handle the riots in Salisbury. But they have to start bringing these fellas in for questioning when they make these threats. These are criminal offenses. The government, the Prime Minister and the Attorney General need to look at the interception of communications legislation and bring it into law to give the police the authority to get orders from the court to monitor the telecommunications of these guys who are planning these threats and these acts of violence. The suggestion that somehow the government has not and is not taking care of the constituency of Marigot is total, absolute foolishness. Just look at what the minister said in 2015 and recall again what the permanent secretary said in 2016 about resolving the present matter of the mole. But it is important that we emphasize that the issue of the termites was resolved. So this government is doing more for that constituency, yet this parasite wants to have vigils about the neglect of the community.
Good morning. Hello. Are you there, caller? No, you're not. Hello.
Good morning, Matt.
Yes.
How are you?
Good.
Matt, you see how Astafan saying he commend the police for what they did in Marigot and what they did in Salisbury. So when the police hear Astafan is commending them, they will fall for what he's saying right now to go and arrest people and bring in people. Matt, Astafan is looking for trouble in this country, Matt. Have a nice morning.
All right, good morning, good morning. 449-3095-9697.
Matt.
Yes.
Good morning, my friend.
Good.
Boy, Matt, is this country ever going, is there going to be a day that we'll wake up and not hear all kinds of crazy things happening in this country? Matt, I just have to touch on Mr. Astafan a little bit here, if you would allow me.
All right.
Mr. Astafan here must, and people must understand that what Tony Astafan is saying, in essence, is that he's saying to the government that they should introduce legislation to start bugging our phones. Bottom line, that's what he's saying in all his nice fancy talk. And based on, according to him, that those people that they determine to be whatever it is, participating in criminal activity. But we know Tony Asafan's record with, for example, Mr. Lennox Linton, that they determined, according to him, that he had committed an offense. And at the end of the day, it was not correct. So that's the danger people must be aware of in sitting here and allow any such, legislation to be passed. But Matt, so thank you for that. Matt, I really wanted to talk about a situation that was on the news last week, briefly, but it has sort of bypassed the most of Dominicans. And that is to do with the state of Dominicans' health. Did you hear that news item at all, Matt?
What news item?
Where the man from Paho was speaking about the WHO last survey done in April of this year that showed Dominicans' health, as far as CNCDs are concerned, is reached what he considered to be epidemic proportion. You didn't hear that at all, Matt?
I think I may have heard that, yes.
Well, you see, what is important about this, Matt, is that remember when Dr. Etienne, about a year and a half ago, made the statements about our status, and she said it was a volcano waiting to erupt. At that time, the government responded by raising duty on certain items, claiming that it was a means to help this thing. Now we are hearing that the WHO, in April of this year, their latest results are showing that it is even more alarming at this stage. They're talking about, for example, that 50% of our men are overweight, 60% of our women overweight. They're talking about 25% of the population being obese. And as they continue to talk about this, they're talking about how it is linked to like diabetes, for example, where I think, if my memory serves me right, they're talking about there was a point, I think, where men used to be like 5%. That has doubled now to 10%. I don't remember all of the numbers, but the point here, Matt, is that, as I said, he was stating that this is now an epidemic. And you know what, Matt? Amazingly, we've heard nothing from our government or from our Ministry of Health in response to that. Matt, it would have been nice to hear the Ministry of Health or the Ministry of Finance, maybe likely, tell us what effect it's 9 months now since that new the duty went on those products, because it was in September of last year, notwithstanding calls from the nation to sort of put this on hold on the basis of Erica. It was introduced. It would be nice to hear then, over those 9 months, what effect has this had on the health of our nation. Matt, there is a lot more that can be talked about that, but I think it would be nice to one of these days, if you could focus on this, because really and truly, we have to do something about the health of our nation. We cannot just continue on going down this road and not looking about our health, my brother. I thank you very much.
I thank you too. Let's take a phone call. Hello.
Good morning, Mr. Peltier.
How are you?
I am doing good. You always got some good programs. And thank you for taking my call. Good morning to all your listeners locally.
Thank you. Thank you.
When I listen to Mr. Astafan, I've been saying for over 2-3 years that Anthony Astafan is public enemy number one. Now, you heard the utterances. This is a man who has a home in America where if you eavesdrop on one's conversation, you are likely to go to jail. This man is proposing now that they should introduce legislation that would muzzle the people of Dominica. I do not know where Dominicans are going with this attitude. Sit back and let the government does everything. This thing got to stop, Matt. Somebody got to stop Anthony Astafan. Are you there, Matt?
I'm here.
So it's left with the people of Dominica. And Matt, I spent over 25 years of my life defending the Constitution, the rights, the amendments. And Matt, here today I am seeing and looking at my country where a multitude of people back a very corrupt government in spite of all the prima facie evidence. And Anthony Astafan, Lennox Lawrence, Stephen Isidore, Alec Lawrence, the elitists, they are fooling the people, fleecing the country, and Anthony Astafan is asking to eavesdrop on people's conversation. My boy, let me tell you something. He is lucky I am a revolutionary in the American Army, because if I was home, he could not stand a chance with his dirty utterances. Anthony Astafan is no different to ISIS. Anthony Astafan is no different to Hezbollah. He has the same mindset. He would like to see Dominicans mowed down by their very own people, the police force, and the police seems like they are like Batsali Mouton, following a leader that is leading them into a big dark hole. Thank you, Matt. I'm listening. I always listen 24/7. Guaranteed. Take care. Dominica.
Thank you. Hello. Thank you. Lieutenant, hello.
Good morning to you, Matt Peltier. That is the man himself. The people that say they're not hearing me, I will send a message audio for them today. I always call in programs and I ask for our people to know themselves as people, where they put themselves into ignorance. Right now, the kind of things I hear in my country presently, I never heard these things before. Tony Astafan, the Prime Minister, the Commissioner of Police, the Attorney General, the people of Dominica sit back, relax, listening, the high repute people, the PhD, the people who know better, and sit back and accepting everything these people say in this country. Not even the law of this land, these people respect it, and they want us to respect the law of this land. My people, it have a God above. I'm calling on my people. Press not going to do nothing for us. We will just sit back and relax and take everything. But all I'm saying, the time is coming where blood will be shed in this country. That is all I have to say for now. So have a good morning, my brother.
Thank you so much. We'll take a final phone call. For now, we'll go over to Muslim Store for 5 and come back. Hello.
Does Anthony Astafan know the meaning of parasites? Who are the biggest parasites? Is it the opposition or the laborites? Who are the ones that getting all the money in blackmailing and bribing for election and thing? Who are they? Does he know the meaning of parasites? Come on, Anthony Astafan.
The show host personalities are ready. The dynamic DJs are ready.
Me ready when you're ready.
Song for song, beat for beat, tit for tat, deba pu deba.
Scrappy the rhythm god. Come in, don't worry about it.
Who will be the people's choice? Who will be crowned Q95's best radio music show host and personality? Who will be crowned Dominica's best DJ in 2016? Your guess is as good as ours. You can make a difference in deciding the winners. Have your say every day. Call, text, tweet, vote online on the Q95 website at www.q95da.com. Be at the Harlem Plaza from 7:30 p.m. on Saturday, 30th July. Get there early and win valuable items, gifts, prizes, and shopping vouchers from very generous sponsors. Be a big winner. Only on the big station. Only on Q95. The show host personalities are ready. The dynamic DJs are ready.
Me ready when you're ready.
Song for song, beat for beat, tit for tat, deba pu deba.
Scrappy the rhythm god. Come in, don't worry about it.
Who will be the people's choice? Who will be crowned Q95's best radio music show host and personality? Who will be crowned Dominica's best DJ in 2016? Your guess is as good as ours. You can make a difference in deciding the winners. Have your say every day. Call, text, tweet, vote online on the Q95 website at www.q95da.com. Be at the Harlem Plaza from 7:30 p.m. on Saturday, 30th July. Get there early and win valuable items, gifts, prizes, and shopping vouchers from very generous sponsors. Be a big winner. Only on the big station. Only on Q95.
All right, Dominique, we're here. We're going to be making a stop with the Muslim store. Something exciting happening there all week this week. Let's say good morning to Brad. I call him Dr. Brad at the Muslim store. Brad?
Yes, Martin, what's up?
Okay.
Yes. For Friday, the 1st July, we are having a massive sale, Matt. And usually we know of Black Friday, but we are introducing our own discount special, which is called the White Sale. And this is happening all on Friday. So for the entire day of the 1st of July, we're giving a white sale. And I'm talking massive, Matt. I'm talking from 6 a.m. 6 a.m. in the morning to 6:30 p.m. in the evening. And, Matt, when I talk about great sale, I'm talking about low prices all the way up to 50% discounts on different items, Matt. Stocks very much limited. And what I'm encouraging our customers to do is come down as early as possible because stocks are very much limited. You will be getting LG, and I'm exaggerating. I'm telling you, you'll be getting an LG DVD player for as low as $99.95. And to all our restaurants, bars, and snack owners, you'll be getting cash register for as low as $399.99. Chillers, single, double-sided for as much as 50% discounts. Deep fryers for as low as $299.95. Man, I'm talking about the electrical type and the gas type for commercial use, from 30% up to 50%. Deep fryers, blenders, cake mixers, juicers, grills, all the way up to 40%. Clothes dryers, Matt, $599.95. If you're looking to take advantage of these great sales, then you need to come down to the Muslim store on the 1st of July. We are open from 6 a.m. Yes, I'm not hesitating, I'm not exaggerating, I'm not curing you as they know in our language. I'm not curing you, I'm not tricking you. From 6 a.m., the Muslim store will be opening from July 1st. For the entire day, you'll be having a white sale, a massive sale, Matt. You need to come down to the Muslim store in order to pick out what you need very early. Come down to the Muslim store on July 1st 6 a.m. to 6:30 p.m., we will be opening to give you that grand sale, that fabulous sale that nobody else has had in Dominica. Massive discounts all the way up to 50% in sales, Matt.
Wow. July 1st.
July 1st, Matt. That'll be on Friday, Matt.
You can't miss it.
Let me tell you, if you miss it, it's on your own fault.
I agree.
If you miss this opportunity, I'm talking about refrigerators, stoves, all these things has massive discounts on July 1st. Remember, the sale is not today, it's on Friday, which is about, how many days? 5 days, 4 days away? Friday, the day before Saturday, the day after Thursday, you'll be getting up to 50% sale discount on most of our things. So just come down to the Muslim store and see what we have in store for you.
All right, this will be a date on Friday.
Yes, Matt.
I'll see you around, my brother. Thank you. Don't forget, it's a big sale, 50% off at the Muslim store Friday. We're coming back after this.
The show host personalities are ready. The dynamic DJs are ready.
Me ready when you're ready.
Song for song, beat for beat, tit for tat, deba pu deba.
Scrappy the rhythm god. Coming on, worry about
Who will be the people's choice? Who will be crowned Q95's best radio music show host and personality? Who will be crowned Dominica's best DJ in 2016? Your guess is as good as ours. You can make a difference in deciding the winners. Have your say every day. Call, text, tweet, vote online on the Q95 website at www.q95da.com. Be at the Harlem Plaza from 7:30 p.m. on Saturday, 30th July. Get there early and win valuable items, gifts, prizes, and shopping vouchers from very generous sponsors. Be a big winner. Only on the big station. Only on Q95.
You can call now. 449-309-596 and 97. These are the numbers to call. We go back to the telephone. Hello.
Good morning, Matt.
Morning to you, yes.
How are you?
Good.
I guess the Prime Minister, they feel that he's in control and he can say and get away with anything. Even right now, they're even arresting. That's why, because he mentioned, even though the people are in there at the funeral, they should go and call them traitors. So right now, arrests being taken even at funerals. Tony Astafan, I think it's time. He only blowing bubbles as far as I'm concerned. I wouldn't even take him seriously, because I think he's overdoing it now. When he himself used to call, when Mr. James was Prime Minister, he went and he was calling them cockroach and all these different kind of things. And even these last statements which he has made there, because the people are speaking up and doing what they feel is their right to do it, he still has names calling them. That man has been prejudiced, and he's instigating violence in Dominica. He's just like one of these ISIS people, you know, and I think it's time that he should grow up. He's acting like one of these unruly little boys or unruly children. He's not acting like a man, a grown man. He's acting like one of those wayward braggarts, you know, and I think it's time that he should really stop that nonsense.
All right, caller, thank you very much. You heard the people, Tony Astafan. Stop it. Hello.
Good morning, Matt, and good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Matt. Matt, Mr. Astafan, when I was being brought up as a child in Roseau, as I have said before, my mother is from Wesley and my father is from Granford, but I born in Mita, Roseau. And Matt, I used to see a lot of children following Mr. Astafan. But right now, because Mr. Linton has educated the poor people children, and Mr. Angelo has continued to educate the poor people children, Mr. Tony Astafan is upset because he cannot get poor people children to manipulate and push them around. So right now he takes to the airwaves thinking that he can manipulate Dominicans, but tell him he lies. It's just a matter of time. And bye-bye.
Thank you. The national assessment results are in, and we are saying congratulations from the information given to me this morning to the Roseau Primary, St. John's Primary, St. Martin Primary, St. John's Primary, and the Roseau SDA, 7-day Adventist. So that's the top 4 positions I just gave you there. The National Roseau Primary came first from what I gathered, St. John's Primary second, St. Martin's Primary, St. John's Primary, and again, Roseau SDA. So I'll give you more information as they come, okay? So that's the top 4 or 5 positions there of the national assessment exams. Hello.
Matt, again, good morning.
Good morning.
Matt, one of the callers just called and said that we cannot take Tony, we shouldn't take Tony seriously. But we have to take Tony Astafan seriously. We have to. And I would just like to correct what she has said.
But some people think that way, and that's basically her opinion. Somebody told me I should not play him on the radio. So again, different people have different opinions. Yeah, and you have to respect that.
I know they have a right to think that way, but that's my point of view also, that we have to take Tony Astafan seriously. Because he's doing an enormous amount of damage to this country. We know it for a fact. But I mean, how much more can we look at that situation so seriously when Tony Astafan and the Prime Minister caused policemen to have gone to Mr. Linton's home to ransack his home, knowing fully well that they were the ones doing the mischief? How much more can we? I mean, we have to take Tony Astafan seriously in this country. You know, I mean, you know, I remember clearly after the bombing of the attempt on Mr. Emmanuel's life, you know, Tony said something to the effect that he heard something at about 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, what did he know? Up to now, he cannot say he cannot say. And that leads me to conclude that Tony knows a lot about what is happening to this country. Maybe instigating a lot of what is happening in this country. So we have to take him seriously.
Thank you. I think you made that point there. 9:28. Hello.
Good morning, Matt.
To you.
Well, Matt, I'm sitting here and I'm sweating. St. John's, let me congratulate St. John's Primary School in Portsmouth for getting, having two.
Two of the top positions, yes.
2 in the top 4. So I have a daughter in that class as well, so I'm just waiting for the results, because in those 2, the one that came second and third, in the 2 in the top 4, my daughter is normally right in there with them. So I am waiting patiently.
All right, well, push. I hope your daughter is one of them.
Oh, I'm sure.
You sure?
I haven't heard the announcement yet, but I'm sure she's one of them.
I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. From what I gather, the Roseau Primary School tops the 2016 Grade 6 National Assessment. I've gotten that from at least 3 sources there. Somebody else was suggesting it was the Pioneer, but from what I gather here, you know, the Roseau Primary School have topped that. Hello, talk to me.
Hi, good morning, Matt.
How you doing?
Good day, Dominica.
Uh-huh.
I'm just calling to at least release the word of God to the nation. The word of God says, when a land falls into the hands of the wicked, he blindfolds its judges. And I can see that what's his name, Astafan, has been blindfolded. I happened to be listening to him on Friday. I never listened to these people because my spirit can't take in this type of utterances. But I did not have a choice but to hear him and denigrate him the way he was denigrating Lennox. I was so hurt. I was infuriated. I couldn't believe that I'm hearing that in my country. that how these people, this man is dividing our country and trying to put us against each other. I do not consider Astafan a Dominican, because when Astafan and when their family came to Dominica, I was a grown person already when they came with their suitcases, selling and little pieces of cloth to people for almost, nothing. But what I'm trying to say is that we should not forget our history, because when you forget your history, you will repeat it. If memory serves me right, and if we go back and check our history, we will recognize that Lebanese were the ones that have enslaved the African descendants, have enslaved us, and we are the ones that's living today. We are the descendants of those that they enslaved. And I am sure that Astafans knows his history. I know very well they know their history, and it is repeating again. It is being repeated again because he kept calling Lennox a slave, a yard slave, a house slave, and all this slavery thing. And it was so distasteful. My spirit couldn't take it. I was rejecting it. But I pray that Dominicans will rise up. I hate to say it that way, and chase that type of this type of people out of here.
Is it really what you want to do? Chase them out? Hello, talk to me. 932. Hello.
Yes, the Pioneer was one of the top performing schools generally, but it didn't top the list.
Yes, but I was told that the Roseau Primary School topped the list.
Yes, that's true.
Pioneer was one of the top performing schools.
Right.
All right. Thank you for that. All right, national assessment exams, the results are out, and as I told you, the Roseau Primary School topped that list this year. Hello, talk to me. 449-3095. Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Morning.
I really find it is very insulting that Mr. Astafan, Tony, will just think he could come on the airwave and just say this sort of things. No one gave Tony Astafan the authority to speak on behalf of Dominicans. We are all one people, and Tony have to understand that. And he have to respect people's decision and people's opinion. And it's time we as Dominicans have to put it straight. Because one man just comes on the airwave and we just think like he's very important. Nobody gave Tony Astafan any mandate to represent any nation. You understand? And even if the Prime Minister said previously or mentioned that Tony can speak on behalf of him, that's the Prime Minister's issue. But when it comes for the people, we have to put Tony Astafan straight. You understand? It is really getting out of hand, and we're just accepting it. And there's something wrong with Dominica for everything that's, we're just accepting everything. You understand? And it's time for us to see, we have to determine, changes as a people. That's the only way we'll get the success we want. Because at the end of the day, nothing's happening back home. And we just talking, and persons that want to protect their own personal gain and don't care of love of country and care about the nation will come on the airwaves because they have the opportunity and say what we want. And we just accept it, and we just going around talking about it. Who is Mr. Astafan to want to come and dictate to persons what that have to be going on and what the police commissioner should do, what the police force should do, what is this one to do? He has no mandate. And it's time for us to understand and we stand up for our rights. And if we think because they believe they can just victimize particular individuals because they might have the financial resources and the obligations back home, that they can just do what they want. Sometimes there's a saying, you live for nothing, you die for nothing.
Caller, good morning. Thank you. 934.
Matt, good morning.
I'm here.
Okay. Matt, all the time Astafans know who police should arrest, who police shouldn't arrest. He want to put a muzzle on people. But so long, Mr. Robinson have been asking him to clear the air with that bank issue. And not a word is coming from Mr. Astafan. Not Mr. Astafan, not from Tony Astafan. I want Tony Astafan to tell we, the Dominican people, if what Mr. Robinson is saying is true or not. And why is it that he's not answering to that? Thank you and have a blessed day.
Thank you and have a blessed day too. Hello.
Good morning, Matt.
To you.
Good morning to your listeners. Matt, I know there is no statute of limitation on attempted murder or murder. Maybe when Mr. Astafan is asking this, maybe the police should reopen an investigation into Mr. Astafan's attempt to, he cooked, it is alleged that he boiled dog food for some young ladies. Now, Matt, do you know that?
That's an allegation.
That's what I said.
Right.
That dog food that he cooked is alleged that he cooked dog food for these young ladies. Matt, dog food contains kind of bones that the human intestine cannot digest. In other words, it is likely to kill you.
But I've heard of nobody's death as a result of that, huh? 936 it strengthens my point. You know, there's no evidence to suggest that. Thank you very much.
Good morning, Matt.
Yes.
Matt, let me tell you, is Tony Astafan an elected member?
No.
Right. Now, Tony Astafan has told us that he can say anything on behalf of the Prime Minister 100%. But, Matt, Tony Astafan doesn't play any role in government. We know it's destructive and we cannot take him lightly. However, Tony Astafan must know he's not talking to us, you know. He himself has his opinion sometimes, and the way he talks is inciting. To me, that to me is inciting, and the police must check Tony Astafan. He's the one that told us he was on the spot when the fire took place in by Mr. Gordon Manuel. I don't know if they ever question him. He always knows, but the police never check him. And when you can tell me you're talking about inciting, and a man can conspire with a prime minister to try to make a blame go on somebody that is not responsible for allegedly leaking the prime minister's information, that to me is dangerous and criminal. That is, in fact, Tony Astafan is actually telling the police, look, you have not done anything to me. You must revisit me so that I can tell you what is happening. They should be arrested. Tony Astafan should be arrested. So he's really calling for him to be revisited and be arrested for that kind of criminal behavior. So Mark, thanks for the opportunity, but we will not be, our spirit will not be daunted. Tony Astafan cannot break the resolve of the people. Tony Astafan, you want people, come in. You say come in the ring, come in the ring. You think people afraid of you? You think people are afraid of you, Tony Astafan? You're not talking. You're talking, but you're hiding, we're not seeing you. Come in the ring.
Come in the ring at 9:38.
Hello, Matt. Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm fine. Matt, Tony Astafan, all he wants to do is to see is war in Dominica. He's an Arab, and the Arabs and them, they like war. It's all he wants to do. But tell him I would expect Dominicans, we are smarter than that. We will create war among ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello.
Good morning, Matt. How are you doing?
All right.
Matt, the cries of the harvesters have reached the ears of the Lord Almighty. Matt, it's just a moment of time. Let me say another thing again, Matt. Matt, I don't know why Tony is so obsessed with Mr. Lennox Linton. Mr. Lennox Linton does not live in the valley. He lives in at Mount Daniel. He is not, Matt, he is not a vet. He is not a minister. He have never drove his vehicle to leave tire marks or tire trace on Mr. Astafan lawn, Matt. Tell Mr. Astafan to give Mr. Lennox Linton, a son of the soil, a man from Marigot. His parents are Dominican. He is not a member of the Hezbollahs or the Israelites or the Lebanese, Matt. He is not a descendant of them. He's descendant of slave black people in Dominica. Mr. Astafan, Tony Astafan, give Dominicans a break. Matt, the man walking in Dominica, Matt. And you know he having a security guard with him, Matt. Tony, take it easy. Time will tell.
Thank you very much. Hello.
A blessed and peaceful day to you, Matt, and to the listening public. I am always saying, Tony Astafan is not an elected member of government. All you should not be promoting Tony Astafan. Who is Tony Astafan? Is all you are making Tony Astafan important. Do not play anything what he says. And he is talking about for the police, the government to put laws in place for the police. The keys that were taken from the headquarters for the registry and the removal of the documents, the slashing of the tires of the president's vehicle, the promotion of the thief who stole the money at the Marigot PC instead of being demoted, the search of the documents from Lennox, the Honorable Lennox home, the expired tear gases of or that were put on the peaceful people at Salisbury. All that was done by the police. The utterances from Roosevelt liars carried. Party, no law, no constitution. Come on the streets, man to man, woman to woman. We will show them who labor rights are. Wherever you meet them, on Linton and the opposition members, call them traitors on funeral supermarkets, on the plane, wherever you meet them. We know where they are to find them, at La Plaine, Marigold, Cranford, etc. Get a doll, go in the toilet, place it between your legs, and those are violations. Provocation, ignorance, inciting violence. Yet Tony Astafan is still an instigator of crimes. And for your information, we all respect Honorable Lennox Linton, including yourself, Tony Astafan. And Simeon Albert, get real. Don't be a gentle mess, my brother. Give Honorable Lennox Linton a break in his life. What you have to do is record what Angelo Arlene programs and play it on Saturday nights. Let us hear it. That is what you have to. That is what we need to hear. Not the division you are causing and the driveling all you're doing all the time. Thank you very much.
2016, your guess is as good as ours. You can make a difference. The show host personalities are ready. The dynamic DJs are ready.
Me ready when you're ready.
Song for song, beat for beat, tit for tat, deba pu deba.
Scrappy the rhythm god. Come in and worry about him.
Who will be the people's choice? Who will be crowned Q95's best radio music show host and personality? Who will be crowned Dominica's best DJ in 2016? Your guess is as good as ours. You can make a difference in deciding the winners. Have your say every day. Call, text, tweet, vote online on the Q95 website at www.q95da.com. Be at the Harlem Plaza from 7:30 p.m. on Saturday, 30th July. Get there early and win valuable items, gifts, prizes, and shopping vouchers from very generous sponsors. Be a big winner. Only on the big station. Only on Q95.
Dominica, get ready for Caribbean Hype. Caribbean Hype 246. 4 flags represented. But it's all about one beer. July 16th, 2016. Newtown Savannah from 5 p.m. till. Caribbean Hype 246. On the lineup, Dominica's #1 booyah band, Triple K Global. Triple K Global. Ecstasy Band. Music juggling by DJ Flip the Boss, DJ Slim out of Trinidad. International soca artist Flippo.
Give me a little wine.
Flippo.
That's all I'm asking. Give me a little wine.
Flippo.
Tell me how.
And second star. Second star. DJ Triplin, The Voice, and Lord Hype out of Barbados. King Bubba. King Bubba.
This is King Bubba.
Out of Antigua, DJ Crown Prince. All backed up by Triple K Band. Admission $45 at the gate, $30 in advance with proof of purchase of 6 Caribbean, $35 without. VIP $130 all inclusive. Sponsored by Smirnoff Electric, Johnny Walker, Ciroc Vodka. Tickets available at Whitchurch main office in Rosal. Contact 255-1120 for more info. Saturday, July 16th, all roads lead to Newtown Savannah for the Caribbean Hype. Drinking responsibly is what matters. This all powered by Get a Sound. Partners Flow, Fort Young Hotel, Carry FM, Ardent Sound. Ready for Carib High. Carib High. Carib High. See you there.
We are back. Parliament is on this morning. Good morning, hello.
Matt, any investigation that the police is to do right now in Dominica about inciting violence, they have to start with Tony Astafan. And you know why? Because Tony Astafan is definitely inciting a revolution in this country. And once that revolution comes, the violence that will be then, that's what he is. So that is why I say it will definitely be a violent revolution. And so he should be investigated for inciting violence. And when they put that law to start monitoring people's telephones, I hope they put it so that he too will be monitored. But the persons who said that this person, Tony Astafan, was never elected, He's not a public servant. He is nothing other than just ordinary Joe Blow walking the street like me. So he is a guy that he's out of order. The Jamaicans will say he's out of order to come and talk that foolishness on the radio. Thank you, buddy.
The police need to do more to stop these threats to the nation and stop these threats to the public peace. I commend them for the preemptive physical presence in Marigot. I commend them for the way they handled the riots in Salisbury. But they have to start bringing these fellas in for questioning when they make these threats. These are criminal offenses. The government, the Prime Minister and the Attorney General need to look at the interception of communications legislation and bring it into law to give the police the authority to get orders from the court to monitor the telecommunications of these guys who are planning these threats and these acts of violence.
Thank you, Anthony Astafan. Hello.
But I think Tony haven't get a case a long time from the government, so right about now Tony looking to make some real money.
Well, he maybe has some cases and he has not announced it. He don't usually announce the cases he gets from government, does he? Hello. Hello.
Matt, how are you?
How you doing?
Not bad at all, Matt. I really thought Tony would have made that statement prior to the time that the police went to search Mr. Linton's home. So by then, the Prime Minister would have known Tony was the one who sold out his information to somebody else. But I want to say a special, very special morning to Tony Astafan. We want Tony Astafan to know he is only an individual. And we in Dominica, we are looking at him very, very, very close. Tony cannot continue to intimidate the people of Dominica.
Well, why would you be looking at him close? I mean, that would almost sound like a threat.
No, not really. What I'm saying is we are listening to the things that he's saying. Over the years, he has been calling us cockroaches. He has been calling us cacador and all sorts of things. And the police sits there and do nothing to that with Tony. Now he's asking the Prime Minister and the Attorney General to intercept people's calls and look at nonsense. But we are telling Tony we are not afraid of him.
All right, okay. That is better said. Hello, talk to me.
Yes, hi, Matt. Good morning.
How are you?
I mean, good. How are you?
Okay.
I'm Tony Astafan. You've heard of homegrown terrorists. This is what he sounds like. I don't care if he was born in Dominica. He is not representing Dominicans, and he's acting like a terrorist.
So you're saying he's crossing the line? That's what you're suggesting?
He needs to stop terrorizing. This is called terrorizing. He needs to stop terrorizing the Dominicans.
All right, caller, thank you very much. It's 9:48. Hello.
Hey, morning, man.
How are you?
I'm doing fine. Now,
Okay.
Putting these things in perspective, it is impossible for you to be making reference to over 15,000 people as cockroaches and cagadocs and all kind of animalistic.
That was some time ago, was it? In a political campaign.
Yeah, but I just heard him call people parasites on what you played this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's only parasites and cockroaches bring forth cockroaches and parasites. Every animal breed after a kind. So you cannot be making reference to 15,000 and more and not be making reference to whole of Dominica. Because out of 15,000, everybody is related, my brother. So what I'm saying is that I am not going to be angry and all this thing because Tony Astafan utter his words. What I know of a fact, the same country that Tony Astafan is calling people all these names, he is wanted by the same country for his crimes he has committed here. And he is depending on the same children of parasites and cockroaches to vote for Roosevelt's carriage so that he won't be charged and arrested and most possibly imprisoned. So I see him as a fool playing some game, and the government have to bear the burden of that also, responsibility for that, because none of them is talking, none of them actually condemning what Tony Astafan is saying against the same people they were given leadership responsibilities over.
And you're talking, so you should be proud of yourself, my brother. 9:50, hello.
Matt, quickly.
How you doing, brother?
Cool. Matt, I have a thing saying
what amount of dust can under the carpet accommodate before the floor becomes uneven and we're tripping over and dislocating our spines? A lot of people saying, yes, he have not been given any mandate. He's not an elected member of parliament. Or we should not take Tony, and no disrespect for people that have those views or hold those views. But people, the power of influence is greater than somebody that has been given any mandate. Because look at the little ministers of government. How many of them that have Tony Astafan's influence and his financial capital? How many of them that have his surname?
In other words, Blessings, don't underestimate the influence of this guy.
No, and that is what people don't understand. The man is as powerful as Roosevelt Skerrit, maybe even more. Roosevelt Skerrit haven't got the authority, although he has disrespected us and threatened us repeatedly, but it's not as blunt and it's not as consistent as Tony Astafan's. So he's playing a role that is much more powerful, or maybe equally powerful to the Prime Minister. You cannot ignore an opponent like Anthony Astafan, who have called us pigs feeding from trough, hungry dogs looking for bone, cockroaches, cacadors, and the man have just disrespected Dominicans for so long. That is why I'm asking for his family to disassociate themselves with the utterances of Anthony Astafan. Thank you.
Thank you too. Telephone calls are coming in here. This is the hot set. Hello?
I agree with the last caller. Tony Astafan is a dangerous man, and you have to take note of what he said. Go back to the Emmanuel case. Look at the things Tony Astafan said. He was the first one that came out and said, this person didn't do it, this person did it. He was the first one on the spot. What was he doing there?
Good morning, caller. Talk to me.
Matt, good morning.
Yes?
Okay. Matt, we the cacadors and the cockroaches and now the parasites, we that have Tony doing what he doing there to us, we that allowing him to keep calling us those names. You know why, Matt? Because we keep putting money in his pocket. We keep fattening him, right? Because some time ago, the now President of Dominica called for the boycott of Brisbane, right? Because they didn't want Brisbane to talk. Tony and Stefan keep treating us that kind of way, calling us all kind of ways, and we keep fattening him. It is time for us to stop shopping at Astafans. That's all. Bye-bye.
Thank you, too. It's 953 449. You're advocating a boycott? No, we don't. We don't condone that. You know, you should shop everywhere you want to shop. You know, let it be a conscience call. 953 is the morning time. We're coming back after this.
The show host personalities are ready. The dynamic DJs are ready.
Me ready when you're ready.
Song for song, beat for beat, tit for tat, deba pu deba.
Scrappy the rhythm god. Coming on, about him.
Who will be the people's choice? Who will be crowned Q95's best radio music show host and personality? Who will be crowned Dominica's best DJ in 2016? Your guess is as good as ours. You can make a difference in deciding the winners. Have your say every day. Call, text, tweet, vote online on the Q95 website at www.q95da.com. Be at the Harlem Plaza from 7:30 p.m. on Saturday, 30th July. Get there early and win valuable items, gifts, prizes, and shopping vouchers from very generous sponsors. Be a big winner. Only on the big station. Only on Q95.
Guess the bad make up up ya. Dominica, get ready for Caribbean Hype. Caribbean Hype 246. 4 flags represented, but it's all about one beer. July 16th, 2016. Newtown Savannah from 5 p.m. till Caribbean Hype 246. On the lineup, Dominica's #1 booyah band, Triple K Global. Triple K Global. Ecstasy Band. Music juggling by DJ Flip the Boss, DJ Slim out of Trinidad. International soca artist Flippo.
Give me a little wine.
Flippo.
That's all I'm asking. Give me a little wine.
Flippo.
Jamming hard.
And second star. Second star. DJ Triplin the Voice and Lord Hype out of Barbados. King Bubba. King Bubba.
This is King Bubba.
$145 at the gate, $30 in advance with proof of purchase of 6 Caribbean, $35 without, VIP $130 all inclusive. Sponsored by Smirnoff Electric, Johnny Walker, Ciroc Vodka. Tickets available at Whitchurch main office in Roseau. Contact 255-1120 for more info. Saturday, July 16th, all roads lead to Newtown, Savannah for the Caribbean High. Drinking responsibly is what matters. This all powered by Get a Sound. Partners Flow, Fort Young Hotel, Kyrie FM, Ardent Sound. Ready for Carib High, Carib High, Carib High. See you there.
Mrs. Rosa Williams, mene tout zanfan yasme da ki di yo nou, mon travay tou wede, pou mwen we misi an denye jou. Yodi will take care of you, ma. Ele take care of me. Les oppositions a fait so, moi do go kay ka peche yen. You know how loneliness is bad. Moi do mene mon kote premium home and residential services a Modern Hilton. This is my last will and testament. You see, moi ale la fezie mo bouyi pou amon. I want the biggest room in that place where I can have my own balcony, personal alarm in the toilet and bedroom.